All right, guys, so we're taking a look at the new release of 1.7 with the Notary eJournal. This is a new type of video release we're doing here with the release notes in conjunction with putting out the text for the releases. I'd like to start getting some audio in here and showing you guys hands-on with a bit of a demo. To start off, we have some new theming around the login page, the menus right here on the left-hand side. You can see this top left part. The new icon sets, the logos are all in as well too. So this is a test account. That's why it looks kind of scattered here. Just bear with me. The biggest change you can see here is the top right icon. This cloud icon with a little digit right here. This is new for everybody involved. Now, usually what you would see is that Test Fingerprint Reader icon. Normally that's in the top right. And that's something where you can test your fingerprint reader if you have one. Now, many people outside of California don't have to have that reader, and so therefore they don't even use that feature. So we wanted to make it a little bit more useful. We wanted to make that button something that can benefit everybody. So to start, if you still use that Bluetooth scanner and still test it regularly, most people only test it when they just purchase it and receive it. You can just find that in the menus right here. You can test fingerprint reader and it'll bring you to the same menu screen right there, that same option. But now what we have is we have offline document and entry management here. And this allows us to present something of a feature that is going to be more useful to more people overall. Now, offline handling is an interesting one. This is something where we've been perfecting it month over month over month. Initially, when we launched, we had very limited offline functionality. The most important thing for us is that you can create an entry when you're offline altogether. That's very important. You have to be able to do that for people who are not in an area with connectivity. So typically what happens is, and you'll see, I'll do it in real time. I'll turn on airplane mode and we have off the Wi-Fi. So now my app, I'm trying to imitate what it would be like to be completely disconnected altogether. And so I can still move around within the app. I can still do things within the app, but I do lose some functionality, like, for example, detecting current location. I can't do that when I'm offline, right? Because that requires your GPS location. So you just have to manually enter that information. Not a big deal. You see here the banner that popped up. It says unable to connect. That's just letting you know, hey, you're not connected, but you can still use the app. But we'll go to this situation here where we have this entry that I just created. Right now, this is a draft. Remember, everything is saved as a draft in real time. So that's why this popped up right here. We can also create a new document type. That's another one of the bigger changes while you're offline. It was kind of an edge case, if you will, where we had a user who was offline and at the time did not have a document in the library that they needed. And the way that the server has to sync in order to save that data, we weren't allowing you to create a new document type while you're offline. Now you can, no problem. So we'll just do offline test to show you guys how this works. A new document type. It's going to be an acknowledgement. I'll go ahead and save that. Now you see here, I created it while I'm offline. I have the option to hit that upload button. It wouldn't do anything because I'm not online yet, but now I can move forward and proceed with that signing. For example, if I needed to create that new document type on the fly with no connectivity, I can do that. And then you see here, when you hit this icon, we have all the things that you currently have offline displayed here. Right? So there are two categories. One is drafts that are completed, and the other is offline document types. Now you see, I just created the offline document type of offline test. And if I created another one, it would pull up here, and I could hit that upload all button once I'm connected to the server again, and I'd be able to upload them all to the server. Now, this also displays the drafts that you have currently that are completed but not uploaded. So to refresh everyone's memory, if you're offline and you get to the end of that entry and you go to hit review and then complete it, it won't be able to sync it to the server, but it will mark it as complete, and you will not be able to alter that data anymore. And that's very important. That timestamp is very important for sequential purposes, and of course, just for the protection of your own self. If you happen to be going through an audit, that timestamp is very important. So the way it would work is it would mark it as complete, and it would save it as a draft. And it would look like this down here, this one on April 12th, 1/20. So it would say complete, and it would say draft. Now, I couldn't edit that if I wanted to, the way I could normally edit a draft because this is marked as complete. And now I need to finish syncing it to the server and uploading it once I get connection. So now if I turn off airplane mode, I'll go back to real life. This is me imitating being back in an area where I have service now. I can go ahead and hit this button, and I can go ahead and upload the documents one by one by just clicking on the little upload button, or I can hit upload all, and that'll upload all of the document types that you have created. This won't be something that's heavily used, at least we don't foresee it being something that's heavily used, but it has to be there for people to create that new document type. If they're notarizing a document while they're in an offline environment, it is crucial for them to be able to do so. So now if I go ahead and hit upload, then that document there is going to sync, and now it's saved forever, of course, in my library. Remember, the library is your own custom library, so you want to make sure that you sync it, and so it's there forever. And then, of course, if I wanted to as well, I can open up this draft, and then I can upload it as well. So I'll go ahead and upload that to show you guys how that works. Beautiful. And now I don't have any more red indicator numbers here. Everything is clear. No offline data is present. And that's that. That's the biggest change, the theming, the new app icon, and then the offline document and signing management within 1.7. Remember, guys, we are still working really hard on whatever new enhancements and features that we get from you guys. All the feedback you tell us, very important for us, and that gives us a lot of insight. We're in California, but I can't always speak for notaries in Florida, in Texas, in Georgia, in New York. And we have users all over the country. So all the input, all the submissions you guys send us with emails, with feature requests, we love it. We're working on it all, and we appreciate the patience. Hopefully you guys like 1.7. Hopefully you guys like this new retheming and then the offline document management. Let us know what you think. Thanks for being with us.